and get a win in 14 innings. What did you kind of learn from your team? It seems you guys are always in the tight games. I mean, it's kind of the Fullerton way to just battle and find a way, as always. You find a way to tie the game with a stolen base that comes around all the way around from first on a play, and then you win the game with a bases loaded hit by pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it was not many chances. We got a few guys on, and we just, we chased our tail tonight offensively. I don't think we swung the bat well. I thought Pinkston probably had the best offensive night for us. But, you got to find, if you're going to be good, you got to find ways to win. And, we used a full unit tonight with the 4 guys on the mound, I think 4. And, once it got settled, it settled down, and they didn't have many challenges, through any innings. At least we had a couple guys on in a couple spots where we could do it. There was some really good defense play tonight. I thought their second baseman played extremely well. And I thought we played very well defensively. I thought there was plays made in big moments that need to get made by good teams, and I thought we made them. I thought Vargas played a really good left field. I thought Hildebrandt, who had both of those two, had an awful offensive night, but they didn't take their offense to the defensive side of the ball, and that's a good sign that we have a chance to be okay. And I think we still got a long ways to go. We got to figure out how to string together better at bats, but I thought we ran the bases extremely well tonight on the few opportunities that we had. And, we got a base dose, and I would have took that guy at the plate over anybody on the field. All 5'8", 155 pounds. He just makes things happen, and he's had a tough career here last year. He didn't make the team, and he fought back to come back. He scored he counted for 2 of our 3 runs, so I thought it was pretty good what Dakota did tonight.
And for you guys, you always play tough competition early in the season. No different this year. You started with Stanford last week. You get Indiana this week, and though their record is not great right now, we know they're going to be a quality team. What does it mean to win a game in this type of atmosphere against a team like that when you have to go 14 innings and use several guys, several quality arms on both sides there?
Yeah, I mean, it works good. We feel that we have good depth. We'll go tomorrow, and Eastman was pretty good last week. Hopefully he stays in character. And then we got Prohoff and Sigerstad and the rest of those guys behind him. Just, we kind of set it up what we want to do pitching-wise. We went a few more innings tonight. But I think Hawken will be ready to come back if needed and see where we go. But, it's not getting any easier. We go to U of A next week, and Texas Tech is playing really good the week after that. And then we get to come home for a nice homestand, which will be nice to play at home. But we got Arizona State and then Wichita State, who's playing well, followed by Maryland. And so we've got a pretty good run coming up here.
And what's kind of the philosophy to create kind of a murderer's row schedule that way in the non-conference?
Well, I mean, we need to play the Big Five. They are the only people in college baseball that get any credit for playing college baseball, but we have to play them. And I think we're playing the Big Ten like 6 times, and the Pac-10 12 times, Pac-12. And then we go to the Big 8, and even though Wichita State is not in that mix, they're a good school. That Missouri Valley has had good teams over the few years, and they've sent teams to Omaha. And so we feel that it really prepares us when we get to the Big West Conference, and that's all we worry about. We worry about seeing what we do in the non-conference, and then we worry about what we do midweek. We got our first midweek next week, and then we got another part of the season with the Big West. So we'll see where we go and where we end up at the end. There's 3 different parts to it for us.
One of the things that this team, it seems like it has a depth on the bullpen. It seems like that can carry you, especially in these tough series. Tonight, just outstanding performances from Connor Seabolt, Chad Hawken, and then Conine at the end. What did you kind of think of those 3 guys? Seabolt, I believe, going 4 or 5 innings, giving you, just quality. I think he retired 13 in a row at one point. And then Hawken coming in behind him was great as well.
Well, we have a four-starter rotation. And, some people treat midweeks like midweeks. Our next 3 midweek games are Arizona and Arizona State. So whoever the guy is that starts against Arizona and Arizona State in the midweek next week and a week after, um, they're no different than anybody else. I mean, those are two quality teams that have national championship caliber players. So the guys don't get angry that they're not a weekend guy, and they accept their roles. And Connor, who made 11 good starts last year and pitched probably the biggest game of the year for us in Louisville last year, got delegated to the bullpen. A little bit was he got hit by a line drive, and then he got bronchitis, so he wasn't really ready for last weekend to go out and go 7 or 8 innings. So we planned to split him and John Gavin because they're both different looks as they go, and so we can go 4 or 5 with one guy or 4 or 5 with the next guy is what we did last week, and this week it was on the other side of it. So that gives us a chance to get that rubber game, and when you get Friday night and you get that Saturday, Sunday, becomes a big day because that's a 2-game swing. We go 3-0 in league, and we set better than going 2-1. That's only one game. So, we've got guys. Connor can pitch out of the pen. Conine, I think, is a quality freshman arm that can pitch, and people are going to know who Conine is in a few weeks down the road here. But I thought he threw extremely well tonight and got thrown in the fire in a big game.